Excitement about this weekend?
Yeah, always. It's been a good last few weeks for sure. Obviously Port Adelaide are playing really well, so it's going to be a tough challenge, but nothing we haven't been through before. We're looking forward to it.
Probably soak up the home fans the last time we've seen them for a while.
It's been nice, yeah. I think obviously we had 2,000 last week and close to 10 on the weekend, so it's nothing better than playing in front of your home fans. But obviously the reality of footy, you can't do it every week. Different challenge playing away, but something that we enjoy as a footy club too.
So are you prepared to spend a long way away from home, a long time away from home now?
Yeah, I think it's been something that's been spoken about not just this week but in the past. And as players and as a footy club, you've got to be adaptable, especially in the circumstances we're facing at the moment. And we're not the first teams to do it. Obviously, there's teams doing it at the moment, so it's all part of clubs contributing to keep the season going. And as a player, you're supportive of that.
It's a bit different for you though, isn't it? I mean, you're a young dad.
Yeah, everyone's got their own situation. As I said, there's people. There's obviously teams in the hubs on the coast at the moment that have young families, and they're making do. Obviously, I'd prefer to be with my family, but at the same time, my family's supportive either way if that's the case. And it's important that we keep the season rolling.
How hard would it be to say goodbye to your son for 5 weeks, 6 weeks?
Yeah, well, I suppose as I said, that's all potentially part of it. Thank goodness for FaceTime, I think. But yeah, there's nothing like being around your family and obviously being there to hold and spend time with them. But having said that, they're supportive either way. And as I said, the season's probably the most important thing to keep that rolling.
You've been living in Brisbane now for over a decade. Can you remember a time where rugby league was in such a dire strait and AFL was as great as it's going, and it feels like bizarro world? I guess that's fitting for 2020.
Yeah, it's obviously the Broncos have been disappointing, but we're in that same situation, and we've been there. So I know they're a proud club and know a few of their players. So they'll be looking to bounce back. And as a obviously person that's lived in Queensland for a while, it's disappointing to see. I follow them and support them as people and as a team. But on the other hand, it's great for footy in Queensland that both teams are doing really well and playing well. I'd love to see obviously the Broncos going well and the AFL teams going well, but yeah, they'll be back there soon.
Have you felt that maybe that this might be an opportunity for Aussie rules to take a big step forward while rugby league's having a bit of a rough time in southeast Queensland? That if the Suns are going well, the Lions are going well, maybe something can grow out of this?
I wouldn't call it an opportunity on the back of them performing not so well. I think Queensland footy's grown and grown regardless of what's happening in other codes over the time that I've been here. And I think the AFL and AFLQ does a fantastic job in growing the game, and such a professionally run thing, and all the way from the grassroots of Auskick to the top level. So I think it's more of a natural progression that AFL's grown in Queensland.
There was a lot of excitement when the round 6 was revealed and you guys have Friday night footy against Collingwood at the G, but it doesn't look like that will go ahead now. A bit of sadness around that?
To be honest, I haven't looked too far ahead. I think it's probably hopefully not going to be the last time we don't get to play at the MCG. That obviously still might happen, but the things are so fluid at the moment with what's happening. One thing could be locked in today, and by this time tomorrow it could have changed. So, as a player, you live in the now a bit. It's hard not to look too far ahead, but you've got no choice just to live in the now. I know it's a bit of a thing that's rolled off, but that's the way it is at the moment.
How tough is it? Like, you might be preparing for one team, what's known today, and then tomorrow there might be a different team. How hard has this season been, like, in terms of that, or it might be,
Yeah, I think our job as players, we don't look too far ahead to opposition. All we're focusing on at the moment is the Port Adelaide game, and that's locked in. So, we're not looking forward to who we're playing next week. That's obviously other people's job at the footy club, but very professional organisation, and everyone adapts really well to changes in situations. We train at a few different grounds throughout pre-season, and players are just happy to be out there running around playing footy. So we'll be ready for whatever kind of gets thrown at us.
What
How
about
do
your
you
own
stop
form?
big,
What
mate?
about your own form? I mean, is it as good as you've been, do you think?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I'm kind of doing what I have to do. It's definitely easier playing down back when the team's going better. But yeah, it's a great group as a whole, and more specifically, I love the boys down back. We're a pretty tight knit group. There's a bit of rivalry between the line groups, and we pay the midfielders and forwards out a bit, and love stirring them up. We call ourselves the men's department back there, and just get the job done. But yeah, I'm really enjoying footy and life as a whole. So it's all different parts of the puzzle.
You're looking forward to the battle with Big Charlie Dixon this week?
Yeah, he's going really well, isn't he? We watched a fair bit of their game on the weekend, and he played super. So he'll be a tough challenge. Obviously, I won't be playing on him, but yeah, it'll be a team approach that we get the job done. But he's one of many in their team who's playing really well, and as I said before, it's going to be a tough challenge and game we're all looking forward to.
Is that the biggest difficulty with that Port side? I mean, Westhoff's played well, Dixon's played well, but they don't. It's not like they do have that one focal target. They've got a lot of goal kickers, and their midfielders kick a lot of goals as well.
Yeah, it's something that we kind of try to do as well. We have that even spread. I know last week he kicked 6, but they've got a lot of dangerous forwards and midfielders and backmen. So they're well spread across the board and dangerous team. So yeah.
On that, I guess the sentiment in Melbourne yesterday about the trend where teams are sort of playing more negatively, just or safer, I guess. You guys seem to be still taking it on, and Port are doing the same through their midfield kicking goals. What do you make of that? Do you think that it is becoming a more negative game, or is it's a better option to be safer?
Oh, I think the way footy is, it's becoming more and more of a tactical kind of game where there's times when you have to. You don't have a choice but to be a little bit safer, and that's a smart thing to do. I think you go into games to look to try to win, and part of it's having to do that at times. Naturally, I think as players, everyone's got a bit of flair and that attacking ability, but there's times when the right thing to do is to do that. But it's all about momentum swings in games. It's not as easy as a simple answer, to be honest. There's a lot of different things that go into it.
How's Zorks?
Yeah, he's good. I was talking to him yesterday. I think he might have had a scan today, but he'll be okay. As we all know, he's a bubbly little champion that we all love, and he'll be back out there soon. We're just there to support him. At the same time, he's the leader of our footy club, and I'll be doing whatever I can to get around him, no matter what the case.
Feels strange he's not out there. He had so many years back to back not missing a game, and suddenly we've had a couple of games facing a few more games without him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's other guys that just have to step up and not only replace him as obviously a very good footballer, but what he brings is from his leadership and what he brings to the team as well. But that's something that we've developed over the last few years for sure, and I think we showed it 2 weeks ago. Then it's that kind of one in, one out mentality, and it'll be no different this week.
You played with a lot of, got in a couple of generations, some amazing midfielders here at the Lions, and played against some great ones. What is the Berry, McCluggage, Neil, Zorko when they're all together? What is that foursome? How good are they, and how good can they be together? Yeah,
I think they've definitely shown glimpses over the last couple of years that they're an exciting group of midfielders. I know as a defender behind the ball, when you look and you've got those guys starting around the ball, you've got a lot of confidence that they're going to get the job done. And the good thing about those kind of guys that you've mentioned, they're all so different in their own way, the way they play and the people they are asked, but they complement each other so well. So yeah, I'm lucky that they're on my team.
Berry and McCluggage were great last year, but it seems like they've gone to another level this year. They can really go to that all-Australian elite level in the competition.
Oh, I think so, and it's on the back of the people that they are. Their attitude to come in and work hard and look for improvement every single day is something that I really noticed. I know they grew up together in country Victoria, and you've heard it from not only the AFL level, but when they were playing school footy and TSC Cup and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a real surprise, to be honest, but yeah, a huge benefit that they're with us.